Hi, and welcome to a very special Mudra Vinyasa practice. A mudra is a physical gesture that is thought to both express and also cultivate a specific state of mind or a specific quality of the heart. And this mudra practice will be an opportunity for you to connect to, appreciate, and further cultivate the qualities that you've been developing in our program, qualities like self-compassion and courage. So I wanted to share with you what the mudras will be so you have an opportunity just to touch into them and know what they are, so that as we flow through our practice, you'll have a sense of their meaning and be able to fully appreciate this embodiment of all of these different qualities. So the first mudra is Lotus Mudra, and it's considered a gesture of compassion and self-compassion, bringing the heels of the hands together, the pinky fingers and the thumb tips together, with the fingers nice and soft and open like a lotus flower blossoming. The next mudra is Uttara Bodhi Mudra, which is a gesture that represents wisdom. You could think of this as being the gesture of your own intuition. Here the fingers are together, pointer fingers together, thumbs wrapped, other fingers clasped. The next gesture, Vajra Pradam, we'll do two ways in this practice. One is with the fingers interlocked and resting at the heart, and the other is one hand softly over the other hand. And this is a gesture of confidence, of faith in yourself. Another gesture we'll be using is Abhaya Mudra, which is a gesture of courage and openness. There's both the sense of the open heart as well as the willingness to face life and whatever is coming. We'll also be practicing Anjali Mudra, which is a gesture that represents honoring your highest self or your own heartfelt desire. Fingertips together, thumb tips together, heel of the hands together, and resting at the heart. And the last mudra that we'll be practicing is Bhumi Spara Mudra, which is touching earth mudra. And this is a gesture of really committing to life, that willingness to step onto your path. And we'll take this a few ways in the practice, but you can think of it as a simple bow in which you touch earth. And we'll begin this practice in mountain pose with your hands in Lotus Mudra. Welcome back, Hattie. Thank you for joining us in this practice. And so here in mountain pose, sensing the own steadiness of your body, the hands resting at your heart, I invite you to close your eyes or drop your gaze for a moment. Take a moment to acknowledge this part of yourself who has participated in this program over the last 4 weeks, this part of yourself who wants the best for you and is willing to take action even when it's difficult to support yourself in reaching your goals. And then on an exhalation, come into Uttara Bodhi Mudra, that gesture of inner wisdom. And on an inhale, take that gesture all the way overhead. Reach long and up. And as you exhale, lean to your left, get a little bit of length in the side body. Yeah. And then step your left foot behind you. We're going to get this big sense of opening up all the way around you. So as you hold this gesture, this full gesture of the body, take a moment and allow your spine to turn a little bit, allow your gaze to turn a little bit, as if you were listening with your whole body. Yeah. And on an inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, take that gesture right back to your heart. And on an inhale, take it overhead again, this time leaning to your right. Yeah, and then stepping behind to create that wonderful space and really freedom to move. And in that sense of freedom, begin to revolve the spine, turn the heart, turn the gaze. Take in everything that is around you. And on an inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take that gesture back down to your heart. We're going to step now into a wide goddess stance. So you can take your feet about one leg's distance apart, feet turned a little bit out, and softening through the knees a little bit right away. So in this flow, we'll be using the gesture of opening the arms wide and then taking the hands to the heart in Trust Mudra. When you're ready, on an inhale, expand. Go ahead and straighten the legs here. Yeah, and as you exhale, bring it all back to the heart. And take 4 more breaths like that at your own pace. Inhale, expanding, opening to possibility. And exhale, coming back to that sense of trust in yourself. One more big breath in. And as you take this last exhale, let the hands rest at the heart in this gesture of trust and of confidence. And again, take a moment, either closing your eyes or dropping your gaze, and acknowledge or appreciate something you've done over these last 4 weeks to support yourself. So you can really sense that trust that you can have in yourself. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And go ahead and turn toward me a little bit. We're going to come into a warrior stance, Virabhadrasana stance, and a gesture, a physical gesture of courage and open-heartedness. Yeah. So let's just check out that stability again. Bend this front knee and come into the stance that feels really strong and stable to you. And let the hands soften into that gesture of courage. And this will be the gesture of the out-breath. As you inhale, take the arms upward into a gesture of welcoming. And exhale, draw back down into the strength of your own courage. Take a few more breaths like that at your own pace. Really feeling the sense of courage. Allowing yourself to embody the attitude with each breath in and each breath out. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, let's again take a few moments just to rest in this full body expression of courage. Even allow your gaze to reflect that courage, gazing outward or even upward. One more breath in. And as you exhale, let's step together and you can switch which leg is in front. Courage has two sides, left and right. Okay, when you're ready, drop into that strong stance. Find the gesture of courage. And you might even, before we begin this side, you might even bring to mind one of those obstacles that you faced. You know, maybe there was a challenge that you've experienced in the last 4 weeks. And I want you to remember that. And you can even embrace that now as you come back into the connection to courage. When you're ready, on an inhale, opening and welcoming. An exhale, sinking into courage. Yeah, take a few more breaths like that. One more big breath in. And as you exhale and settle into that gesture of courage, again, bring to mind any challenge that you faced and appreciate yourself, acknowledge yourself for your willingness to persist in the face of that obstacle. And when you're ready, step your feet together and we'll take one more flow. So this will be a flow of touching earth mudra that also involves that Anjali mudra, reminding yourself of your heartfelt desire. On an inhale, stretch your arms all the way out and up. And as you exhale, fold forward and touch the earth. Yeah. Inhale, lift the gaze and heart. And exhale, recommit, hands to earth, softening. Inhale, full rise, and let the hands fly all the way upward again. Remembering your intention as the hands land at your heart. And let's take a couple more rounds like that. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, full rise. Exhale, hands to heart, gaze to hands. And take one more round at your own pace. embodying the attitude of commitment to this path that you've chosen. Pausing for a moment with the hands at your heart, with this gesture of heartfelt desire and honoring that part of yourself. Take a moment and again, just bring to mind your most heartfelt desire and intention for your life. And with that in mind and heart, we're going to take one last full body mudra, child's pose. So on an inhale, you can reach up. And as you exhale, take a full bow and let that bow just come all the way down to the earth into your version of child's pose. A sense of full body surrender and gratitude to yourself, to this opportunity, to whatever arises on your path to meet you. As you pause in this pose, having a sense of the attitude, the feeling of this gesture. And then when you're ready, coming to a kneeling position, and we're going to end this practice with a special mudra vinyasa to help embody and appreciate and really seal in the different qualities that we've been exploring these past few weeks. So let's begin with the hands again at the heart in Lotus Mudra. In compassion, we find wisdom. And in wisdom, we find confidence. In confidence, we find courage, including the courage to remember our heartfelt desire. And from this intention, we bow to our path.